السلام عليكم. قبل ما نبلش هذا الورشة حبيت أسوي هذا الفيديو كمقدمة وتعريف بالورشة، لأن الورشة بالإنجليزي وأحب أنطيك المتوقعات بالورشة قبل ما تفوت بالورشة وتباوع، لأنه أكثر من ساعة لكن مستاهل كل دقيقة منها، وورشة جدا مفيدة وذو قيمة. مثل ما نعرف إعلانات الفيسبوك والانستغرام والجوكل واليوتيوب جدا مهمة لأصحاب المشاريع والشركات المحلية، لكن التحدي اللي يواجهوها هو صعوبة إطلاق هاي الحملات عن طريق الجوجل أناليتكس أو آت مانجر أو فيسبوك أو ميتا بزنس مانجر. يتغير اليو اكس واليو اي مالتهم وقوانينهم والريجوليشنز جدا متغيرة، فلهذا السبب يقومون بتعيين شركات تسويق واعلانات، وما بأي عيب. إذا كانت شركة تسويق واعلانات تقدر تعرض هاي الخدمات وتعطي وفلفل هاي الخدمات بشكل كبير، عدد كبير، وتعطيها بشكل ساس، راح نشرحها بهاي الورشة. تعطيها بأسعار إذا تريد عالية دي اف واي، إذا تريد دي اي واي مثلا هم يسووها. كل هاي الأمور راح أشرحها، ما أريد أحرقها عليك الورشة. أوكي، بشكل قوالب جاهزة، قوالب بأي لغة يعجبك، ونظام تسعير هذا الساس. أوكي، أبهيكس هو نظام تقدر تبيعه بحد ذاته، منظومة بحد ذاته، لكن نرجح أنك تبيعه بضمن الساس تبعك جي اتش ال. إذا ما عندك حساب جي اتش ال أو ساس جي اتش ال، أيضا نشرح شلون يفيد، شلون الواحد يشيل الثاني. عرض الأبهيكس مثلا عرض الإعلانات الممولة يخلي الزبون مشترك معك بعمر أكثر أو العكس صحيح. هاي الأمور نغطيها أيضا في هاي الدورة. أيضا نزود كل هاي الروابط، روابط المجتمع الساس بالعربي كلها، فكل الهدايا الإضافية والسيستمات والأنظمة المقدمة كلها تستلمها أوتوماتيكيا من تستخدم الروابط. نعم، نستلم احنا همينا عمولات وهدايا أو مخصصات من هاي الشركات اللي تساعدنا نقوم بتخصيص كل هاي الأمور لمجتمعنا. أوكي، نغطي كثير أمور واستراتيجيات حلوة. الورشة باللغة الإنجليزية صراحة. الرجل الفاوندر مال أبهيكس هو موجود ويانا، رجل يتكلم اللغة الإنجليزية، لكن أنا أقوم بمقاطعته وأدرج بعض الأفكار اللي هو يغطيها بالعربي. أوكي، إن كانت لغتك الإنجليزية صفر تماما، يمكن استفادتك من هاي الورشة ما تكون بشكل كامل، راح تستفاد منها، راح توصل لك الفكرة، لكن لازم تكون صبور وتنتظر بالمقطع اللي أنا أترجم المقطع اللي هو قاله بالعربي. لكن أيضا في دوراتنا دورات الساس بالعربي دا نغطي هاي الخاصية والورشة، وكيف تسوي الكستمايزيشن، تخصيص اللايبراري، مكتبة الإعلانات كلها باللغة العربية أو أي لغة يعجبك. هاي راح نغطيها في دوراتنا. ماشي، إن شاء الله تعجبك الورشة وتستفاد، وحظ موفق للجميع. تحياتي.
So let's go ahead and jump right into this, you guys. Real quick, I wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who showed up here live today. That is really awesome. I understand we've got people from all over the place, so if you couldn't make it here live, I totally understand. Not a problem. But for those of you who did show up live, I want you guys to win really big here today. And you're already doing it, but the best way to have a great experience on these webinars is to engage as much as possible. I'll try not to be boring. I'll try and make this fun. And also at the same time, I'll try and make it to where when you leave here today, not only do you know more about the model that we're doing, but you also learn more about the strategy, about the offers, about the things that you need to know so you can really build an awesome agency. So I'm going to just, and I'm probably not going to be great at names, but Allah, thank you. Omar, thank you. Alan, thank you. Tariq, thank you. Sarah, you guys, this is absolutely phenomenal. So, and because you are here live, and by the way, you're here live, and also if you're not here live, because we've got such an international community, if you guys watch this until the end, I've got something very special for you. Okay. Thank you for giving me your time. Should we go, Tim? You ready to roll, buddy?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm waiting.
Let me start out with a promise. I like to make sure that I kind of put my where my money, where my mouth is. In the next 45 to 60 minutes, I'm going to show you guys an agency offer and model. Okay. You guys came on because, and the opening slide was how I got 53 agency customers with one webinar. The next webinar, I got 35. The next one, I got something like 40. Okay. This offer is amazing. And so I'm going to make sure that you get it. And that when you offer this model, okay, like when I offered it, I just said this, I got 53 paid agency customers, which was $15,000 monthly recurring revenue. You're actually seeing on my screen the webinar that I did, okay? The second one I did 9,000 monthly recurring revenue. And every webinar I did after that built my agency to over 100 clients in just 2 months, okay? And the model that we used in 2023 alone, so this was last calendar year. You guys are familiar with the SaaSpreneur Award? Okay. If you have over 100 sub accounts in your high level account, you get this thing called a SaaSpreneur Award. The model that you're going to see here today, 1 out of every 3 SaaSpreneur Awards that were won used this model. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And here's the good news, you guys, if you're working with local businesses, okay, if that is your niche, if you're helping local businesses, this will work, okay? Now, not only I'm going to show you how I used it to make, to get a bunch of customers, that's awesome. But I'm going to show you how not only is this agency model awesome to get customers, but it's also really awesome to cut your cost. I don't know about you guys, revenue is great. I love revenue. But I really love profit. Profit for me is the name of the game. So if I can cut my cost and if I can run my agency in under 10 hours, I get profit and time. What? Stop it right now. So that is pretty awesome. And by the way, it's not just me either. I showed it to Adam. He added $10,000 to his existing agency like that. I showed it to Forrest. Forrest was able to get 35 paying customers in just 2 weeks. Okay. Then I showed it to Alex, and Alex completely he just threw the playbook out and just blew his agency up. You're going to hear more about him here in just a minute. So let's get moving. All right. Before we do, excuse me. Even though I'm going to show you something today that will be everything is verifiable. Okay. But none of these things will work if you don't work. Okay. It only works if you put in the work, if you do it, and results will vary. So with that, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. Now, I'm not going to beat a dead horse, you guys. Okay. And when it comes down to what the best agency model is, that horse, that discussion gets thrown around and it's thoroughly beaten. But that's a big but, Tim. That's a big but. There's a lot of agencies. There's a lot of agency models. So some people want to sell websites. I have no problem with that. Great. Fine. A lot of people do that. That's kind of an issue for me personally. Selling review automation. I know entire agencies that just the entire business model they do is review automation. It's a good model, right? None of these are bad. SEO. It's a great model, and especially with some of the cool strategies that they're doing right now. Really great. Will it be affected by AI? Probably. I don't know. Okay. Selling email chat automation. These things are all good. None of these are bad. However, the reality is some models, some offers are easier to promote than others, and some are more lucrative than others. All right. And maybe the hardest of all, but the most lucrative of all, is the social media marketing agency. How many of you guys are familiar? Give me a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with the social media marketing agency. Let me see those chats coming in. Give me a 2 if you are not. All right. Let's see where you guys are at with this.
اكتب رقم 1 إذا تعرف سوشيال ميديا ماركتينج ايجنسي، يعني هذا شركات التسويق الإلكتروني. هذا الماضي القديم جدا الكل يعرفه.
All right, we might have to do okay, so 1. There we go. For those of you who don't, and my head, did I say that right? My head is put in a 0. Is it MAJED? My head?
Yeah. Majid. Yeah.
Majid. Sorry, buddy. For those of you who don't know, a social media marketing agency is a business that provides lead generation services for local businesses. So if you're working with a realtor, a mortgage, whatever, your job is to get them a bunch of leads. So that model is great. And here's what you need to know about it. The average monthly retainer is $1,500. It's pretty good. You get 10 of those, that's 15 grand a month. You get 20, that's 30 grand. the math, you can see how the math works out there, right?
Mhm.
And clients with this model, because you're providing so many leads to your customers, they can get incredible ROI if they do it right. And the reality is, if you go start up a franchise, if you go start up any type of business, the barrier to entry or the cost associated with it is really high. But with this, it's not very high. Like the barrier to entry, like you guys are really fortunate to be starting in this business right now because the cost associated is like nothing compared to when I got into it. Right.
Yeah.
But here's some of the truths that we need to face, like some reality we need to look at too. The average client in this model is only sticking around less than 2 months. That's not good. That's not a fun business owner. That's like too volatile. Okay. And even though you can make ROI, most people don't because their clients just don't follow through. They don't put in the effort that they're supposed to follow up with leads. Now we got some tools for that, but even automation is not going to fix that problem. Okay. And even though the model is awesome, the average agency using this model only has 3 clients. It's not good. Right. And so the truth is, the reason this is so hard is because it requires a lot of people to run. Your costs increase as you're growing it. Your operations become complicated. And when you're running ads for businesses, it takes a lot longer to manage, a lot more time, a lot more people. So that seems not great. The good news is that's the old way. Tim, you want to jump in real quick?
Yes, you made great point. If you don't mind, I know a lot of attendees, I know their names, they are great in English, but for the record, while we are recording this, you made amazing point and I never covered it, or I covered it. But if you don't mind, few minutes, I just want to translate whatever you just said, and I like it. So you can sip a
Please. No,
water.
that's great. Let's
يا
go ahead.
شباب مستر سام ايش دا يقول؟ دا يقول حلو، الشغل الساس جدا حلو، نعرف قيمته، اوكي، لكن الكثير من الناس دا يحاولون يفوتون في عالم الساس، يعرفون مثلا جوجل ريفيو، مثلا الاوتوميشنز، مثلا اول ان وان انبوكس، سوشيال بلانر، ودا يعانون شويه ستراجل هناك، لان يعني هم الاويرنس شويه صعب، وهم ايجاد، يعني لان الزبون يعني البزنس اونرز هذول يعني شويه جديد، يعني واو، يعني شغله جديده. فاسهل شيء للبزنس اونر لانه هم متعارفين عليه وهم فاميليار وياه هو الاس ام ام اي. اس ام ام اي شنو؟ سوشيال ميديا ماركتنج ايجنسي موديل، اوكي، الاولد سكول خلينا نقول. يفوتون بهذا القالب اللي هو دائما احنا نعلمه بالدورات مالتنا، يفوتون من هذاك الباب، اوكي، هي ماركتينج سوشيال بلانر. هو ابو البزنس ما يعرف انت جاي تسوي اوتوميشن وكاي او دا تستخدم ساس او راح تحطه بنظام الساس، اوكي، لكن يفوتون بهذاك. لكن هنا الجاستيفيكيشن مال مستر سام شنو؟ يقول الاس ام ام اي موديل صح، كنا ناخذ، انا دائما اقول هذا الشيء، 1000 $2000 $3000، لكن التشيرن مال الاس ام ام اي كثير عالي، شهرين 3 بوم يسوون كانسليشن وكنا نخسرهم. لكن عنده good news هنا. So go ahead, Mr. Sam. I like what you said and I just wanted to translate. I may interrupt you
That's
every
good. That's good. Just put up that hand emoji. I'll keep an eye out for it.
Yes.
And that's great. So thank you.
Yeah, and everybody else, ملهم نزل ايدك. In the end of the meeting we're gonna have a Q&A. Just allow me to raise my hand so he's not gonna get interrupted. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thanks, guys. Okay, so that's the old way. So what's the new way? Okay. Well, here is the clear message I want to send to you guys. We want to move away from services, okay, from doing things manually. Okay. So when I was charging retainers, having to run a ton of a ton of staff, employees, and manual labor, that's not good. We want to go away from that. And we want to go to software. All right. And this is a model that I call the super SaaS agency. And what's great about this model, it's so easy that it's outsourceable. Okay. This is actually a picture of one of our users running his agency from the beach. And he sent me a picture saying, hey, man, I just wanted to say, thank you for this model. This is amazing. I'm running my agency from the beach. How crazy is this? It's pretty cool. Right. So pretty great. In 2023 to 2024. So last year, it was a busy year for me. I owned and operated an agency. to over 200 clients, which I actually sold. Okay. Grew a software company, which you're going to hear about today. That's a lot of work. I'm actually a dad. I've got 4 kids and I'm married, been married for 22 years now, 22 years next month, or no, 22 years in November. So, yeah, thank you. But I still had time for me. I'm not a fancy car guy. I'm not a fancy house guy. I mean, I've got a great car. I've got a great house. But to me, the thing that matters the most is time with my family. Right. And so in that same calendar year, I took my family to Hawaii. We went to Colorado Springs. We went to South Carolina. We did a lot of things. And you can see in the very bottom right-hand corner of the screen is a picture of my parents. And we were able to actually take them to Hawaii at the end of the year. So I went to Hawaii twice. And then at the end of the year, I took my parents. And that was one of the coolest things that I have been able to do is be able to do that. Right. And the real question is, can you guys do that? How did I run my agency and still have time to travel? Right. How did you get clients and maintain performance? Because there's always, if you're going to own a business, it's very challenging to own the business and feel like you can go out and enjoy yourself as well. And whether you have the time or the money, that's the big question. And the question here is, can you do the same? Let me show you how. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. I just wanted to give a quick introduction to myself. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I've been an agency owner. Now, like I said, I just sold my agency, but for 9 years. I used to have a top-rated podcast called the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, which I left to focus on what you guys are seeing here today. And I wrote a book called New Patient School, the how-to guide for converting more leads into patients. That was clearly my niche. But maybe my biggest claim to fame in the agency space is that I'm one of the only agencies in my space to have a published case study by Facebook. Okay. And you cannot pay for a Facebook, or you cannot pay for a case study. They have to reach out to you and they approach you and they say, hey, you're doing great work. We want to publish what you're doing. They even gave us a fancy plaque, right? Which was pretty cool.
Wow.
Which is pretty great.
Impressive. شباب ما عدا انه هو مسوي publication لكتاب وصاحب ايجنسي يعني كل هاي الانجازات، فيسبوك عنده قصة نجاح من شغل مستر سام معتمدة في فيسبوك دوت كوم. ومو طبعا فيسبوك ما ياخذون تشارج وفلوس عليها. Wow, I didn't know that, Mr. Sam. You never bragged about this. If I was you, I would brag everywhere about this. Thank you for mentioning that. That adds a lot of credibility about what you do.
Thank you very much. And yeah. I'm wanting to share this because it was really cool what we learned with this case study. And I'm happy to answer questions about this later, but we learned some really cool things when we did this case study. But I want to tell you guys, when I had that case study, I know a lot of people, a lot of agencies looked at me and said, oh, that's what a real agency owner is, right? But this was 2018, I think, 2018, 2019. And even though we had a post case study, I still felt not great. I did not feel like an awesome agency owner. Why? Because the business was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It was a lot harder. And I know that a lot of you guys, when you start in your agency, depending on whatever model you're doing, I know that you're excited about it. And I know that when you first started it, I know that you thought to yourself, this is going to be an amazing business. I'm going to make a bunch of money. I'm going to be very successful. I know that because that's the way I felt too when I started. But the truth is, it's more like this. Okay. It is more challenging than it actually, like in real life, it's more challenging. Why? Because there's a lot of things that you don't account for. You have to hire, you have to recruit, you have to train. You do lose customers. That's incredibly challenging. Fulfilling for 5 customers versus fulfilling for 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, completely different. And then you end up getting all of this overhead, and it makes the business really very, very challenging. So I want you guys to know that even when I had a published case study, even though I was doing my best and working my butt off, I still felt like this. Just so you guys know. And I knew that the model I was using, that it wasn't going to work. All of the things that were happening in my business, the hiring, the training, the cost, the overhead, everything, at the end of the month, there was nothing left for me. I was making money, I wasn't making money. I wasn't making real money. Okay. And in 2018, when we had that case study, something had to change. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something very interesting about this case study. When this case study was published, I thought I would get a ton of customers just because clearly I'm the best. I am the best in this business, and my customers will see the proof. No other agency in my space had a published case study. That makes me the best. But the customers didn't care. I was blown away. They didn't care. You want to know who cared? Other agency owners. And they wanted to know, how did you get a published case study? They wanted to know, how did you learn how to get ads that were high quality? How did you figure this out? Right? And that was really strange to me. But there was one person who reached out to me, and that person changed my life, and that person changed your life, because this is what happened. This is Bradley. And Bradley said, hey, Sam, you guys clearly know what you're doing. We're building a tool for agencies right now, and we need some consulting. We need help from people who understand lead generation. Would you do some consulting for us? And I said, tell me what you're building. And he told me what they were building. And I was thinking to myself, oh man, that sounds really interesting. And so for the next 8 months, I did this thing that I call the what if we could cycle. All right. Now here's what the what if we could cycle was like. I took all of the pain points, everything. I took all the things I hated about the business. I said, what if we could do this? And then we came up with a solution, because they were building this software, this tool. And one of the things I said, hey, Bradley, what if we could create ads from a library of pre-built campaigns? Because one of the things that is really hard is going in and rebuilding the ads every single time. It takes so much time. It takes so much effort. The person doing it has to be trained, has to know what they're doing. It's so hard. So what if we had a library of ads we could just choose from? Then I said, hey, Bradley, what if we could launch ads without ever getting into Ads Manager? If you have 20 clients and you're running ads for them, and you have to jump in and out of every ad account, not only does that take time, but you make a lot of mistakes, and it's not good. Okay. And then I said, hey, Bradley, what if instead of having to be experienced like I am in running ads, what if it could be intuitive? What if I could run ads? And what if it was so easy that even our clients could do it? A person who's not trained, person who does not know anything about ads. And so we took the old model and we completely turned it on its head. And in 2020, during the worldwide pandemic, we said, we're going to completely change the way we run our agency. We're never going to offer services. Okay. We're no more ads. We're not going to launch ads as a service anymore. We're not going to do anything manual. Okay. And anything that can be repeated through automation, we're going to do it with automation. Okay. And we changed our model, and we said, okay, we're going to offer ad software as a solution. We're going to create ads in just 3 clicks. And then all of the time that we spend fulfilling ads and everything else, we're going to shift that to just awesome customer support. And something crazy happened. Do you want me to stop real quick?
I just want to say, not the entire story was that pretty clear. Your slideshow so clear, tells a lot. But allow me something. And before I translate, if you allow me to chat with everyone as a panelist, I would appreciate that. شباب, so اوكي, القصه مالت مستر سام يعني ورا ما الايجنسي صراحه مستر سام همينا يعني كثير صار له في الاندستري معانا, والفرستريشن مال هذا الايجنسي انا همين اشعر فيه. ما اعرف اذا انتم فيكم قدماء, كنا نشعر بهذا الشيء, تشيرن يعني قبل الزبون من كان يكنسل كلنا يصيب بينا الحراره, ايموشنال كرايسيس. 3000 4000 دولار نقص بالهذه كثير صعب. فلسه ما كان يشعر, حتى وين كان عنده كيس ستدي من فيسبوك. حتى مستر برادلي على حتى الوقت اجى, ما ادري مستر برادلي او شريك اقدم, ما اعرف ما اعرف عنه, تواصل معه فبنوا هذا المشروع. فمن بنوا هذا المشروع همينه التساؤلات, بده يحكي لنا شلون إنه اجى الفكرة مع أبهيكس عليه، أو هاي فكرة اللايبراري. لأنه صراحة كلامه صحيح. إذا مسوي فيسبوك كامبين، الفرستريشن الأكبر شنو بالفيسبوك كامبين؟ تسوي كامبين حلو، بس الكامبين it gets old. the creative needs to be changed. خلينا نقول البيكتشر، الصورة لازم تغيرها، لازم ترجع كليك 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 وتغير وتبنيه من جدة وجديد. فسامي يقول ايش قد حلو، هو ذاك الوقت يقول ايش قد حلو كنت اتمنى انه يكون عندنا لايبراري نفس الشيء، كليكات بسيطة همنا نسوي ببلش ولايف. اوكي. ف يعني هذا الفكرة وصل لهنا. جو اهيد مستر سام.
Okay. This is fun, by the way. I love you guys being here. Thank you so much for bearing with me. So this is going great. Okay. So I went from the old agency and my new agency. I was able to, because we completely changed everything. I got 127 clients like that. It was easy. I just offered them ads that they could run themselves. We call that DIY, do it yourself. Okay. My customers ran their own ads, you guys. They ran it with software. It was super easy. And the results were incredible and people loved it. And here's the crazy part. I ran that entire business with a part-time stay-at-home mom. She worked less than 20 hours a week and she ran that entire business. Not to mention, the business we built was way better than my last business. My last business had more customer support, more everything. Our service got better. Our customers stopped canceling. And once again, our people loved it. And something else kind of happened that was very cool. I fell back in love with the business that I wanted to start in the first place, that I hated. I fell back in love with the business. And we went from the SMMA model to the super SaaS agency model. And I went from unhappy and ready to quit to completely confident and ready to go and build a very big business. Okay. It was awesome. Now, the question is, how can you guys do the same thing? Well, it's all about having the right tools. Okay. And I want to introduce you to your new best friend, Apex. Now, that little fella right there, his name is Uppy. Okay. Uppy's going to be your very best friend. You're going to love him. Apex is a white label SaaS. It's a white label software, which allows you to run Facebook and Google ads in 3 clicks. Okay. And because it's white label, just like high level, when you sell Facebook ads automation, you sell it as if it's your own software. Okay. You're selling it as it's your own product. That means you get to own software, resell software without having to build it. And trust me, guys, I build software. It's pretty expensive, right? But you guys don't have to have that cost. You just get to resell it. One of the really cool things about Apex is because Apex was built by a lead gen agency, my agency, and we built it for your lead gen agency. We understood and understand all of your problems, whether it's getting clients, fulfilling, maintaining performance, hiring people, training, growing your business, retaining customers, managing cash, operations, all of those things. Those were our problems too. And when we solved those problems, we solved your problems too. Now, the big question is would you guys like to see Apex create ads? You want to see this thing in action? Let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to see this thing. Okay, look at all those ones flying in. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. 1,000. All right. So this is my daughter, Mia. And I was doing a webinar once, and I was doing it for a group of doctors. And one of the doctors said, I think it's easy because you are the one pushing the buttons. And I said, well, let's do this. I'm going to have my daughter do it instead. So watch Mia launch ads. Now, this is 2 years ago. Okay. So the platform looks a little different today, but the execution is the same. All right, here she goes. All right, to show us how easy this really is, this is my 10-year-old little girl, Mia. Hi. She has never used this software. This is her first time, her first day. I walk her through it real quick. You ready to go? Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, Mia, go ahead. Medicine. Okay, well, you already know what you're doing. Well, hold on. You're going too fast. All right, keep going. That's fine. I told her which ad to run. Go ahead and put in $10 is fine. 10. Okay, that's
my favorite number anyways.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Put in the thank you page that I gave you. I did give her a thank you page.
And launch campaign.
Yep. You did it.
Okay. And just like that,
I did it. I launched campaign.
she did it. It literally took her less than 30 seconds. Good job, Mia. That's awesome. You guys
updated. First time when we were impressed with Abhix was 7 clicks, and we compared it, if you remember, in Facebook's Ads Manager was 77 or 73 clicks.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Versus an Abhix was 7, and you're telling me today is like 3, if you know what you're doing. And even in Ads Manager, if the copy is ready, if the creatives is ready, 77 clicks.
Yeah. Well, so you literally, so click number 1, you choose your category. Click number 2, you choose your ad. And click number 3, you just put in your budget and you click launch. That is it. Boom, you're done. So instead of 63 clicks, right, going around and clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking and making mistakes, by the way, which, by the way, software doesn't make mistakes, right? But people do. But instead of doing all this garbage, you let software do it. Isn't that amazing? Now, here's the cool thing. It works for any local lead generation agency. And I shouldn't even say local. If you're doing lead generation, even national, it works. So if that means you're working with chiropractors, dentists, orthodontists, plastic surgeons, med spas, it absolutely works for them. If you're working with dealers, HVAC, auto shop contractors, solar contractors, yes, it works for them. Mortgage, real estate, insurance, finance, all of that, yes, it works for them. If it needs leads, if it's a business that wants more leads, and a lot of them, it does it. But that's not all. You guys, we wanted to make sure that it was a seamless integration. Whoops, sorry about that, with High Level. All of you guys know High Level. And from the very beginning, we knew that we wanted High Level to be a big part of what Abhix was doing for the agency community. Okay. Which means that you will be able to resell Abhix through your High Level white label. Okay. You can still do a lot of other models. You can do, if you're doing websites or other things, you can do that, but you can add this right into your platform, and you can do a ton of cool things with it, you guys. We have had people come in, and this is Forrest Adsit, okay? And Forrest has a really interesting story. He was one of our first case studies when we launched it. Mohammed, no, it's Facebook and Google. So he came in and wrote this post. This wasn't even an ad. He wrote this post in his Facebook profile. He said, launch your own ads in 45 seconds without logging into Facebook Ads Manager. I won't be providing a course on how to launch your own Facebook and Instagram ads anymore. It's way too much work, and I don't think it'll provide the immediate value. He put this post up, and guess how many customers he got during his trial? 33. Not bad.
Can I just say that? I know this guy. Can you go to Forrest?
Oh, yeah.
So Forrest عارض ما اعرف وين في الصفحه مالته يمكن او في جروب معين انه يا شباب او شوف النيش مالته والزباين مالته تقدرون من هسه ورايح تسوون اعلانات الفيسبوك. قبل كان فيسبوك، هسه سامي مسوي فيسبوك وجوجل بالمناسبه. بعد ما راح اقول لكم فيديوهات، كاتب ما راح اقول لكم فيديوهات وكورسات شلون تسوون اعلانات في الفيسبوك والانستغرام. كلش سهل تسووه من كيفكم. وهذا حديث بيناتهم انه مكتسب 33 مشترك بعد البوست هذا. Okay, go ahead. Next.
All right, cool. So then Joel used it. He did $3,000 in monthly recurring revenue before his trial was up. Okay, which is awesome. Trevor used it. Now, Trevor was switching from the agency model where he was running ads for customers, and his story is so cool. You guys are actually, I have one more slide about Trevor in a little bit later, but he said this month we closed over $20,000 in cash collected up front with the GHL plus high level model. Pretty cool. Dre Black, he came in day 1. He says, got my first client. Day 3, got my second client. And day 4, he got a client that said, hey, not only do I want to pay you for the software that you're letting me use, but because we're already closing business with this, I want to pay you an affiliate commission on every deal we close over $100. That's amazing. He's double dipping. He's getting money on the front for his software and money every time they close a deal. Amazing. Adam Lucky came in. He added $10,000 of new monthly recurring revenue to an agency that was already running ads. He just found a better way to do it, right? Then Derek Justin. Derek has a cool story. I actually have a case study about Derek. He has been in the agency space running ads for people for a long time. And if you look below, he said, we scaled to 87 clients after we started using Apex. Can you imagine if I had to pay $250 for a media buyer every time I got a new customer? How much money is this saving us? Because that's what you had to do. You had to do that in the SMMA model. You had to hire a media buyer to cover the account. Apex replaces that media buyer. Pretty awesome. Alex Machuca.
For us and our users as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. This is Alex Machuca. So you're going to listen to what Alex Machuca says here in just a second. But Alex Machuca built his agency to $500,000 a month in revenue. $500,000 of monthly recurring revenue. Okay. That's how big he built it in 9 months. And this is what he said as soon as he saw Apex.
Sam, when I first saw this, and you know what's crazy? You know how I found out about this? I was on a demo for my agency, and I was trying to sell him lead gen services. It was a mortgage broker, and he goes, have you ever heard of Apex? And I'm like, no. I'm like, what is that? He was like, it's just this thing. And normally, like, I would have just wrote it off, but I was like, you know what? Let me look into this. It sounds interesting. And I looked into it, and I stopped what I was doing. I made my entire team stop what they were doing. I brought them all into the conference room, and I was like, we are doing this right now before everybody finds out about this. We have to do this right now. And we completely pivoted. This like really pushed us over to a complete pivot for SaaS.
That's what he did, you guys. He completely ripped up his old model and said, I'm doing this model. And he has built a huge agency. He now has over 375 agency customers. So he's crushing it. All right. You guys know Bayant Singh?
Yes.
Owner of Extendly?
Yes.
Yeah, he's an Apex lover. He actually owns a bunch of, I don't know if you know this. He owns, I think 16 pizza shops, and he uses Apex to run the ads for those pizza shops. Right? Pretty cool.
Impressive.
Jason Wardrop, top affiliate for High Level, says Apex is the best. And then you guys know this guy?
Yes.
When I showed Sean what we were doing with this model, here's what he said.
And I think what's great about Apex in the way they've done it is they've taken a really key offering and they've dialed it back from the, you have to offer it as a $2,000 unaffordable, high churn, kind of very laborious, quite frankly, offering, to a really great, easy to price, very saleable, very scalable, very churn resistant situation. And it's just an incredible, great combo, and it's very easy to do. And I think, quite frankly, it's just how you're going to make money. Like, if you want to make a business, if you want to make more money, if you want to have high profit, if you want to scale, if you want to have good exit values, if you want to raise money, all of these things, you have to do it in the construct of a SaaSpreneur style business. And that's exactly what we're offering. So I think it's a great time to get in on.
You guys, I told you this already. High Level has over 50,000 agencies. When one gets to over 100 plus accounts, they are awarded the SaaSpreneur Award, and Apex is doing 30% of those outcomes. That's what we did last year. Now, I hope to beat that this year. We won't know until October, but let me just tell you right now, we've helped a lot of agencies, right? It's pretty great. And it is something that I feel very, very honored to be a part of, to be completely honest with you. Okay. So at the very beginning of this, I told you guys that there was an offer I made at the end of the webinar that gave me 53 customers. What was that offer? It was Apex lead generation through automation plus High Level lead gen nurture automation. I would get people leads using our software, and then I would follow up with them until they buy with the High Level software. It's pretty stinking awesome.
Are you serious? I'm dead serious.
Now you get a little taste of what we're doing here. So here's the question. Are you guys excited? Are you guys excited about this opportunity? Tim, do you want to take a second and do any translating, or are we good? Got a lot of yeses.
I just want honestly I have a question. Okay. Yeah, not that. Okay. I have a rule of thumb. I just want to add an input in English for you. In SaaS business, our number one enemy is the churn.
Yes.
And anything, I always say that anything helps us. Yeah, in the SaaS business, our best friend is to gain the customer and to make them stay. That's it. This is where we need to whatever. That's why you see success management and all that stuff and affiliate. Like look at high level, okay? So anything will help you to attract customers quickly or or make them stay with you longer or so they don't cancel you. No brainer, no brainer. I would put my brain and learn it and master it. So just before that, I want to like translate something in Arabic. So هذول التستمونيالز اكو اسماء كثير تعرفوها وتستمونيالز الرجل يعني جاي ينشر بس نعرفهم احنا كلنا واحنا ما نحتاج تستمونيالز. الشغله الحلوه مبينه وانا عن نفسي ما اجيب واحد ما يحتاج تستمونيال. انا اذا اجيب خلاص. الشغله الحلوه بابهيكس اللي هو تقدر تبيعه. انا يعني ليش اشجع جماعه الجي اتش ال اكثر على الابهيكس؟ كثير منتجات موجودة وكل يومية واحد بيهم يتواصل وياي. صراحة أبهيكس أكثر خاصية فيتشر تقدر تضيفها للسيستم مالك، لأن أبو البزنس 90% من عندهم يسوون إعلانات. أوكي. كونتراكت سعر ماله الرجل كلش حلو. البزنس اثيك مالته كلش أحبه. الحلو شيء بيه شنو؟ حتى إذا أنت واحد مثلي ما عندك طاقة تروح للميتا وريجوليشنز وكذا، سامو ابهكس مسوي لك اياه اوريدي. you know after before lose weight هذول كله سامو مسوي لك اياه. اوكي. حتى انت كايجنسي اونر ما عندك الطاقة وانرجي تروح كيب اب ويا الميتا ويا الجوجل. هذا خلاص احنا اجل متى؟ لان 99% من الكاستمرز ما يحتاجون هذا البيج ادفانسد كامبين صراحة. يحتاجون something just to be live and running because Meta's systems is smarter than قبل كنا نسوي كل هذا التارجتينج والديتيل وكذا. اوكي. هذا انت تقدر تعرض هذه الخدمة دي اف واي ورا. اذا تشوف هذا مثلا الزبون يريد يكنسل او يشوفك انت مثلا غالي ينطيك مثلا for paid ads optimization تقول له اوكي do it yourself. هاي الخاصية هنا بس لا تسميه ابهيكس وايت ليبل، سويه باسمك، سميه whatever. اوكي. paid ads under your خلينا نقول السي ار ام مالتك. تعال هنا كليك 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 علمهم سوي فيديو بسيط او حتى ما يعني هو سيلف اكسبلانتوري. اوكي. خليه يسوي ادين اعلانين فهو راح يصير عنده الواو اكسبيرينس. اوكي. Yeah, I would like to tell you this also in front of you, Mr. Sam. I personally, big believer that Uphex is one of the most valuable added features to the platform of GHL. I know a lot of people, I know a lot of great softwares out there, but that's why I know I appreciate all these testimonials. We know them, we love them, all these names, but no need. Once you are here in this podium, you are well welcomed and trusted. So
Thank you very much.
we love you. We trust your product. We love your business ethic. And yeah, we like it so much.
Thank you so much. Well, with that, then I have some special stuff for you guys today. So I would like to ask you guys a question. Would you like to see how this could work for your agency? I know
I
there's
want to say yes.
I know they're the, yeah. Okay, great. Well, I made a special offer for you guys. Okay. And I call it to launch your agency in 14 days. All right. And I'm going to show you what's included in here. So I broke down a couple of things that I believe you're going to need to be successful. So what's the first thing? You're going to need ads. Okay. Now, how many of you guys are experienced with ads? Give me a 1 in the chat if you've run Facebook ads or Google ads before. And that's okay if it's not. Okay, we got a couple of 1s. Okay, we got a good amount of ones. Okay, what about if you have not? Give me a 2 if you have not run ads before. Okay, so we got a good mix. Now, if you're experienced, you are going to love me. You're going to love me. Not only will you be able to, you can connect any ad account you have to Apex, click a button, and it will turn those ads that you already have working into an Apex template. Like that. Okay. If you're new,
Wow.
if you're a complete newbie, if you're brand new, I have an entire library of ads for you guys to use. It is so simple. You literally, you go in, you find the ads you want, you add them to your agency library. This is what you're going to sell to your customers. And then you offer them to your customers and they can start generating leads on autopilot. Okay. So the question should be, and if I were you guys, I would be asking this question: are the ads any good? Right? Let me tell you why the ads are good. This is Eric Forner. He said, thank you so much. So you have templates. That's great. Are they proven to work? And this is my partner, Jacob. Jacob is my tech guy. He's a computer. The guy is a human algorithm, right? He says, Eric, we have built a tool that has that can predict a template's performance. And so everything in here should hit our minimum performance indicators, our minimum metrics. The tool has been trained on hundreds of thousands of Facebook campaigns. It knows campaigns that we have run through Apex to know what elements drive metrics. So do they work? Let me tell you this. In 2023, so last year, we did 1.7 million leads with an average lead cost of $12.18 across all niches. That's unheard of. But that's unheard of. So, and that's one of the reasons why we won so many SaaSpreneur awards, right? So here's what we did. We identified the very top performing campaigns. We fed them into our own proprietary artificial intelligence model. And then this year, since January, we took our ad library to a whole new level, you guys. Today, the Apex ad library, not only did we have all of the top performers that we did in 2023, but in 2024, we are now powered by artificial intelligence. Nice. Our AI is predicting performance even before running the ad. I personally don't even believe it. I've been writing ads myself for a very long time, and I've always maintained, like, there's no way an artificial intelligence can write ads better than me. It can.
It can.
It does. And it's kind of freaky. So here's why that's important to you guys. You guys, we have over 1,000 ad templates. Do you want to, I'll stop real quick, Tim.
Yes. From now on in this webinar, you're going to hate me because I'm going to interrupt you, and we don't do that formal webinar performance. Okay. Because I didn't know that. Some of them I knew that. So you telling me, correct me if I understood you wrong. You telling me if I'm running manually, we built an ad for one of our furniture stores, let's say.
Yep.
And for some reason, you know how Facebook is, like, I don't know what is the secret for that in that campaign, but it's working.
Yeah.
That campaign, we built it. You telling me that campaign can be saved as a template?
Yes.
In my Apex library,
yes.
White label Apex library, for my other furniture store customers can use it, right?
Exactly.
Nice. I didn't know that. اوكي سو شباب انا ما كنت اعرف هذا الشيء. طبعا التمبلت الابهكس الموجود كله بروفن. اوكي الرجل يعني experienced ويعرف what is works, what is the rules, regulations، كل هاي البي اس هو مار عليه. اوكي بس in case اذا انت experienced ومسوي campaigns قبل وعندك كامبين لحالة من الأحوال باللغة العربية، فرنسية، بالكردية، ده يشتغل، ده يجيب لك خوش نتائج لمطعم أو للأيجنسي مالتك أو لنيش معين. أوكي وأبهيكس ما عنده باللايبراري. تقدر هذاك الكامبين لسبب من الأسباب، يمكن التكست ماله، يمكن التارجتنج ماله، ما أعرف شنو السر اللي بيه، أو إذا أنت تعرف السر اللي بيه إنه هذا يشتغل ويجيب نتيجة، تقدر تضيفه لللايبراري and you name it نمبر 1 تمبلت، موست ويننج تمبلت للزباين مالتك يستخدموا. اوكي، فهذا الشيء اظن ما كنت اعرفه، واظن شيء قيم. اوف كورس alongside تقدر انت اللايبرري تبني لحالك للنيش مالك باللغه مالتك بالكالتشر مالتك. ومثل ما تعرفون الذكاء الاصطناعي اي هسه هم دا يساعد الابهيكس او دا يساعدك انت والزباين مالتك يسوون الكامبينز. That's amazing, brother.
Thanks,
I
buddy.
need. Yeah.
Yep. So we today have over 1,000 templates. Okay. And you literally, you can just go into our ad library. Okay. You click whatever category you want. And you click into, let's say, cosmetic procedures, for example. You'll go in, and my screen is a little shrunk, so it's not displaying them perfectly.
Yeah.
But these ads are there for you to preview. And if you want it, all you have to do is click the import button and they're yours, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Not to mention Rob Bailey. You guys know Rob Bailey. He's an awesome guy. He went ahead and added his ad library in, so you can have an entire library from Rob as well. Okay. So there's a lot of really cool. I have to tell you, when I started in the agency game, this was the biggest hurdle. This was the biggest stumbling block. This was the thing that kept me from growing faster. I didn't have ads that worked. I had to figure that out. It took me a full year to get a collection of ads that I could sell over and over and over again. And you guys, that's the beautiful thing about this. You have an ad campaign. So Tim was talking about a furniture store. You have one ad that works for the furniture store. Go to the next furniture store and do it again, and go to the next one and do it again. That one thing, you can basically license it to all these other companies. So one product can make you money 1,000 times. It's a game changer. Okay. Having the ad library is going to make it so you guys can jump straight to having your own ad library. And because it's powered by AI today, you're going to get results. You're going to feel really confident. You're going to need, or you're going to know that your product is good. All right. So what else do you need? So we got the ads, right? What else do we need? Well, how about some clients? Okay. There's a lot of different ways to get clients. I'm going to give you 3 snapshots of proven ways to get clients. Okay. So these are, whether they're demo funnels, lead loss funnels, first free trial funnels, whatever it is, we'll give you those as well. All right. All you do is you grab the snapshot, you customize it. So you don't put my agency, put your agency, right? And then you send traffic to it. It's not hard. This is really easy, right? So you're going to get the ads, you're going to get the artificial intelligence and the performance. And now you're getting some cool funnels that you can plug into. And if you already have your own funnels, great, that's fine. But I want to give you some that I've used in the past and that work. And especially like if you're doing another model, like let's say you're doing websites. Well, what if you gave away ads for free and then they paid you for websites? Or what if you what if you did ads for, or if you did ads, they paid for ads and you gave a website away for free, right? This is an awesome way. All businesses want more customers. Okay. All businesses want more customers. So what else do you need? Now, I know that even though my software does awesome stuff, I know that you guys still, and Tim said it earlier. He said, if I knew that was the right business model, if I knew those were the right skills, I would give everything I have to learn those skills. So even though Uphex is going to do the heavy lifting, I still think it's ethical and it's the right thing to do to learn the craft of ad buying, right? But I don't think it should take you as long as it took me, right? And so I'm going to give you the ability to learn Facebook ads in one day. Now, remember, you can run ads in 3 clicks. It's easy. But once they're run, I know you guys, once they're going, I know you guys want to understand what's happening better. You don't want to just sit back and be like, oh, let's just make money. You want to understand what you're doing. That's what ethical people do. So I created a program called Lead Gen U. All right. And even though everything, the good news is most of your learning and the confusing part of learning Facebook ads is when you have to go into Ads Manager and you have to like, am I pushing the right button?
I hate
that is not the problem. You're not doing that here. Uphex takes care of that for you. Okay. And so because you don't have to worry about that, You just have to learn what makes a good ad. Why does this ad work? How do I know if this ad is doing good? Or maybe this ad is not doing good right now. And what should I do if it's not doing good? You will learn that and lead gen you. And the cool thing is it's like 8 hours. And what most of our people do is they take it over a weekend and they're like, cool. And then you just take it over and over and over again. So it's absolutely a great tool. So here's what you guys are getting. I want to make sure that you guys understand, if we have 14 days to launch an agency, you're going to have the ads, you're going to have the performance, you're going to have the getting client stuff. And now you have the knowledge. Okay. And of course, you can't launch your agency without UpHex. So I'm going to let you use it for 14 days for absolutely free. Absolutely free. And by the way, I'm giving you everything that I've just talked about, the template library, the AI, all that stuff, you are getting just for trying UpHex. Just for trying UpHex. Okay. Now, one of the things that really matters to me is, so I'm 44 years old. And you laughed a little bit. I don't know.
No. I don't want to compliment, but one time on Facebook, I saw you doing some great. So you are 44, but you have great physique.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. But for me, sometimes a good offer isn't good enough if people aren't just going crazy. So I care a lot more that you guys are super happy. So can I give you guys a little bit more here? You guys mind if we take this offer and make it that much better?
Of course.
All right. So here I got a couple more things for you. We're almost to the end. I promise we're going to answer your questions. I'm going to give you access to weekly coaching calls. Okay. We do group classes every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have a daily class on a different thing, whether it's Facebook, Google, sales, whatever it is. If you guys have questions, come in. We've got a great community. We have an amazing daily class schedule that you can come and learn more. Right. So you can absolutely get in there and get the help and support you need from other people. And I know that by now you guys thinking, this is blowing my mind. So let's throw a dose of reality into this. Is this as easy as it sounds? There is work here. Okay. I told you that before, but there's a couple questions of things I want to just address right now. What if I need help or support? We have incredible support channel. We have a chat. Our response time right now is less than 5 minutes. We have an amazing community. We have daily classes. Now we don't speak Arabic. I will say that.
No, but I endorse that your team are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. What if I'm new to Facebook ads? Trust the machine, trust the system, take Lead Gen U. It's an amazing program. You guys, we have people that have learned and become very proficient in a short amount of time just by taking that program. How good are the ads in the library? I think we talked about that, but they're pretty damn good. Can I still offer done for you? I don't care what your agency model is. I've told you mine. I told you what my offer is. You do with it what you want. We have people that do done for you all the time. Do I have to use Go High Level? You don't have to, but if you want to sell it as a software, you should. Okay. And it's the best way by far to use UpHex. Okay. How much do I charge clients? I'm going to talk about this here in just a second. Okay. I'm scared it might be too hard to set up. Everybody, that's kind of their first thing, because high level is a little challenging to set up. Do you know Mike Cooch, Tim?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I did this same webinar with Mike Cooch, and during the Q&A, this is what happened. Somebody launched their setup. They signed up for their UpHex account. Her name was Jennifer J. She goes, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing. My ad is running and set up the automation. I will post in the results in the circle." She set up her ad before the webinar. This webinar was over.
That's, oh my God.
She did it before the ad was over. So yes, UpHex is easy, you guys.
Yes.
It's easy to do.
Regarding that, may I have an input about the Lead Gen U course?
Please.
Because I don't want them to have mix, I need to learn that in order to learn that. The idea is you need to have, like sometimes, Sam, we have a lot of people, they are good in talking about, I'm like that too. I had a travel agency before. I talk about countries, and if you ask me how many times you went there, 0. But I have sent a lot of people there, right? In Lead Gen U, you need to know, like, it's not to run or how to use UpHex. the promise of Uphex, the core value is to make it easy to run. Doesn't make sense if, hey, you know, Uphex will make it easy for you and your client to run Facebook ads, but let me teach you how to run it and use it. No, it's the easiest way. Is like Facebook ads for dummies. I think it should be the name or the brand name. Okay. But you need to know what is impression, what is a funnel, what is a CTA, what is whatever.
That's right.
It is so nice. Sometimes I did a trivia game just to teach these small stuff. It is so embarrassing, like when you are in front of a customer that you don't know this stuff. So
That's
يعني
right.
بنسوي حملة إعلانية حلو، يعني الليد جن يو الكورس مو حتى يعلمك على الابهكس. ابهكس هو الوعد الاساسي مال الكور فاليو مال ابهكس، حتى يقول لك انه تسهيل الحملات الاعلانيه في الفيسبوك والجوجل. اوكي، نقرات. لكن بهاي الدورات مالته يعلمك الفاندمنتال الاساسيات مال الاعلانات، الاستهداف، الجمهور، الاودينس، سي تي اي شنو مثلا، اوكي، الامبريشن شنو، شلون تقيس successful campaign من ال unsuccessful campaign so you turn it on حتى لا تحرق البادجت مال الزبون. اوكي، كل هاي الامور حلو انت من تتعلمها حتى تروح مع الزبون وتتكلم، ويعني حتى تصير صدق انسان subject matter expert في مجالك، يعني انت جاي تبيع هذا الشيء. so I think you have very nice, mix between software plus education community. It's a mixed hybrid or agile. I don't know how to call it, but it's not like a dry software. You're not going to see human. You can reach out to Sam himself. His team is amazing. Go ahead, Mr. Sam.
All right. Thank you. So let's talk about money. Okay. How much does it cost? We price it really easy, really simply. Okay. So after you get your 14 days free, which that you guys are getting 14 days free today with this offer because of our great friend Tim. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you for
after your 14 days, how much does it cost? Well, we built it to help you grow. Okay. So if you have 1 to 3 accounts that are using this in high level, it's just $97 a month. Okay. 4 to 10, $297. And then we max out at $497 a month. Now, right now, that means our typical client is charging $497 for this feature to their customers. So if they have 3 customers, they're making $1,500 and they're only paying us $97. If they have 10, they're making $5,000 a month and they only pay us $297. If they have 50, they're making $25,000 a month and they only pay me $497. If they have 500, well, they make $250,000 and I get $497.
Why not?
It's phenomenal.
This is the beauty of SaaS.
You guys remember Trevor Briggs? I had mentioned him earlier and I said I was going to talk about him later. Trevor had an incredible story. So he completely shifted his model. And then after 6 months, I want to show you guys what's possible and what he was able to do. He said, just being real, we have over 250 clients using this model. That only took him 6 months. This is the model of the future, right? These things, high level plus UpEx, this is being used by agencies all over the place to scale their agencies, to do a lot of different things. I need to update this slide and make them smaller because we have a full page of people who are crushing it with this model, right? It's an absolute no-brainer. So I'm going to do this one last time. I'm going to show you guys what you're getting so we're clear on everything. You're going to get the ads library. You're going to make sure that you're getting all the performance out of it because we've got the AI performance tool in there. You're getting client getting funnels. You get lead gen you, and you're getting access to UpEx for free. Okay. The total value of that. Now, a lot of time people will put monetary value to that. Honestly, if I were to put monetary value on something that took me so long to build, I don't know how I would do that. So the value is crazy. But wait, there's more. I'm not done yet. You guys are here live with me today, and I understand I'm going to change this just a little bit because we have so many people who it's late. We're international. So I'm going to extend this to everybody. This is a fast action bonus. Okay. If you struggle with selling, or if you want a way to scale your sales team, this is called the Genie pitch deck. I include the exact script I use to sell. I have all the slides that I used to sell. I have pricing and structure. And I even went back into my agency This is before I sold it. And I did live call recordings so you guys can see me do it. When you have this, you'll know exactly what to say. Okay. You'll know how to sell it. You'll convert more sales calls because you're following a proven script. All of a sudden you become a closer. You know, you're like, man, I can't sell anything, but now you can because you're proving this model. I actually had a guy, I could play a Marco Polo, which is a video chat of somebody that says, I just landed my first customer with this Genie pitch deck and it was easy. I couldn't believe it. Right. And you're going to make money a lot faster. Okay. So you're getting all the stuff that we talked about, and I'm going to give you the Genie pitch deck, and you're getting all this just for doing the free trial. If you want these things, the only thing you need to do is go to ghl.com /Tim. I gave you that link, Tim, earlier. Could you paste that? There it is right there. Sarah, thank you so much. So that link right now, go to the link, open it up another tab, but don't leave yet because we're not done. I got more.
I got something else to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, don't leave yet, but that is the link. Go ahead and open that up and you can click on and start your trial. And if you do, you might be excited that you did. Okay. Because I said I was going to do something, right? I told you guys I had even more promises to make. I had to fulfill my promises. When you sign up, when you guys sign up, I'm going to give you the actual webinar slides. I told you guys I did 53 customers, and it's like, hey, well, what was the offer? I'm going to give you the exact webinar. What's playing on your screen right now is the exact webinar that I used over and over and over and over to get clients in batches, to get a bunch of clients. I'm giving you all my slides. I'm giving you my complete webinar, and I'm even giving you an hour and 12 and 21 minute course on how I did the webinar, because learning a webinar isn't a simple, easy thing. But if I give you everything, boom, you can do it. And how good is it? Well, this guy showed up into my community and said, okay, I'm committing to Sam's model. I'm going to do all this. And I'm not only am I going to commit to Sam's model, but I'm going to come back as soon. I can't remember how long he said. What did he say? I'm going to come back and report what I did. And most of the time people don't report back, do they?
Yeah.
This guy did.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 15 weeks later. Okay. And he said, reporting back here as promised. I just executed my first perfect webinar and with a warmed up, engaged audience of 46 people, made my offer and signed up 18 people on the spot during the webinar, during the call. How cool is that?
Nice.
And I messaged him and he said, I literally followed your perfect webinar script you laid out in Lead Gen U. There you go. So I'm going to give you all the stuff, the Genie pitch deck, and then I'm going to throw in my proven webinar. And honestly, I'm going to throw in my proven webinar because I sold my agency and I no longer need it. So you guys can have access to it. Okay.
Nice. Can I have a question very quick before you move forward, because you're overwhelming me? Okay. Are you covering, because this is, I need it, even if you charge me for it. Are you covering the tech part of the webinar, like the evergreen and the tech part of it?
I don't think that you should do evergreen webinars until you've done a live webinar for at least a year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like
So it's not the
teaching all
technical platform. It's the slides. It's how to do the presentation.
Nice. Awesome. That's great. So that was a question. So let me explain all what you had. And I also want to, if you don't mind, Mr. Sam, if we can, we never talked about this. So you guys know that we had the worst communication between us in order to put this. I also want to put a condition, because I'm a big believer in your product, and I believe it's going to bring so much value to our to every single one. And I'm a big believer of, like, even if we change one person's agency model or life, I would still, but our team's time is valuable. I want to put, I was just calculating, and as you may know, like you or some of them, they don't know, my agency also, we are Facebook Pro partners, and you can Google what would take to be that. So we highly run so much, like government level, local business level, Facebook and Google ads. We can coordinate with Sam's team. And when you showed Rob Bailey's library, what I can do, what I can build SaaS Arabic library for our community. with the, you know, like with the help of my team to generate it, of course, following, you know, what works in Arab world or in our world, of course, consulting Sam's team, and language wise and graphic taste wise, of course, our team has the best. They do the best in that. And if you guys want in French, also we have Yusuf, he's here too. We can have it in French as well. But I think we need to have a proven number of interests. We don't want to do that with respect, even for a one person. Sam even said, like, you know, I told him, like, I have this many people in our community. He said, Tim, I like you. Even if there's one person gonna benefit from this, I'm coming, you know. And this is my value too. That's why I like him. But for our team to work and stuff, I believe if we have whomever is watching this, the replay, if we have at least 100 signups, okay, from our community, right? You know, even with the no matter what plan, even with the 3 account plan, right? That will show us some, oh, we have some people interested. I will go ahead with Sam, convert at least 10 niches, and each niche maybe 3, 4, 5 templates. What do you think, Sam?
That sounds
we
awesome.
we never
Yeah.
talked about. Are you committed about that?
That sounds good. Yeah, and we can even do if we don't hit a niche, what we can do is hold a workshop and show them how to edit the existing templates we have into whatever language they want.
Yeah, that would be like if you can come back to back 3 days
Absolutely.
back-to-back workshop, I would appreciate that. Okay, so if you guys are like want as a community show us, oh let me say this in Arabic. Okay, sometimes I forget. So شباب شوفني راب بايلي عنده لايبرري كامله هناك. فالشن دا افكر انه اذا ما تعرفون احنا همينا فيسبوك برو بارتنرز. هذا ما تصير انت برو بارتنرز الا كل 6 اشهر تصرف ملايين في الاعلانات على كل. فاحنا همينا نعرف الايجنسي مالتنا شنو الاعلانات، شنو الاعلانات الناجحه، وفي نهايه المطاف انت تريد تجيب النجاح للكاستمر. اوكي، بالتعاون مع فريق سام ابهيكس وشبابنا نقدر نسوي لايبراري خاص لاعضاء مجتمع الساس بالعربي. كل الجرافيكس يكون بالعربي. طبعا الجرافيكس ما بيها كثير شغل، بيها شغل بس فشي يتذوق. مثلا يعني مثلا الصالونات الحلاقه نسويها مع حجاب مثلا. اوكي، ما اعرف يعني I'm just thinking loud. اوكي، فشي يتقبل الذوق العربي في الوطن العربي، حتى في امريكا وكندا. اوكي، او في فرنسا استاذ يوسف شميساني همينه ما شاء الله عليه، وفي عنا شباب كثير. بس ما نريد نسوي هذا الشيء اذا الاهتمام هناك ما موجود، ونحط مثلا اسبوع اسبوعين شغل من فريق عملنا وفريق عمل سام اذا ما نشوف كثير. فاذا شفنا انا هيك بس سويت حسابات فد اقل شيء 100 شخص منكم من اليوم او من اللي يشاهدون بالمستقبل يعني يحبون هذا الشيء، فري ترايل حتى البيسك اكاونت، الثلاث حسابات ليمت، we will be committed. او مستر سامي يقول نقدر نجي نسوي 3 day workshop back to back. هذه نسويها يعني نشوفكم شلون نسوي اللايبراري الخاص بك. بس تعرف انتم اكثريتكم كسلانين تنابل، انا اسوي لكم اياه. اوكي، يعني الجرافيك ديزاين.
That's
Great.
awesome.
Do you have something, or should I ask you my
No,
questions?
whatever question, I'm open to questions. We got some time, so whatever questions you guys have, I'm
So
happy to go over those.
That's a little bit panicking me, that countdown. Can I ask you any question?
You can ask me any question. Yeah.
Okay, I have 3 questions back to back. I'm gonna ask you, so you prepare your mind. How? Okay,
Yep.
first I want to like consult you and how to sell it. You know, like what is the best one? Because how I sold Apex, honestly, I'm guilty of that. شلون أنا بعت Apex. Apex was brought to my attention by my team. And I was like, I'm tired of extra subscriptions. I'm tired of complicating our GHL. I don't want. GHL is great enough. Don't bring me anything. And then the guy goes and comes back. It's different, you know, like, and then because he sees us, we are offering paid ads. However, I was like, wow, this is great. So why you didn't tell me? He said, I told you so many times. Okay, anyways, my English is bad sometimes. However, so I said, yes. So he said that much. I think you changed your pricing. I remember a few years ago it was way different or one price. I don't remember. Anyway, so the pricing was like, I don't want to pay extra. This is whatever. I was like, you know what? I have few customers. They run so much ad. I grabbed the phone. Before I signed up to Apex, I sold it. So I literally made my money, or at least half of it, something. I don't want to lie, or I don't want to be not accurate. So this is how I did it. Do you advise to do it differently, or how much to sell it? You showed that. Like, what is the other ways to
Yeah,
sell?
I think there's a lot of ways to sell it. I think a really easy way. So in any business, just identify your buyers. If you go onto Google and you search, let's say we'll stick with your furniture store, right? We'll say furniture store near me. What are you going to see? You're going to see at the very top of Google, people that are already running ads. What are they telling you? I'm paying somebody to run my ads. You just go to that person, you're like, hey, if I could run those ads for you at a fraction of the cost, would you be interested? Boom. There you go. There's customers right there. The easy switch, you know what the hardest thing to do is trying to get somebody to buy something that they've never bought before. But if they're already buying it, just go in. And so if you see people running ads on Facebook, you're like, okay, write their name down. Okay, write their name down. And you're just like, hey, you're already purchasing ads. What if I can give you better performance and then offer to you for less? Would you be interested?
Let me translate this. كلامه جدا صحيح. يقول كلش صعب تقنع واحد بحياته ما مشتري هذيك الشغله، لانه هم يعني هذا الاويرنس ابسايد اويرنس فريم ورك دائما نتكلم عليه. لا بس اذا تشوف انت في الاعلانات، وباي ذا واي دائما انا my Hulu account I never subscribe for no ads. I mean I just like to see the psychology how companies run ads, and I always interact with local business ads. When you do that, the algorithms they show you more ads because you are a good ad, engaging person. دائما من تشوف اعلانات سوي امبريشن معاه، حتى فيسبوك يشوفك. فسام ايش يقول كل ما تشوف اعلان سكرين شوت. اوكي، هذا المطعم سكرين شوت سكرين شوت، وانت جاي تمشي تسوق وكذا سكرين شوت، تعال بالليل هذول اوريدي دا يصرفون، يعني بالكريدت مالته يشوف فيسبوك ادز مانجر $300 اوريدي. اوكي، فلما تروح عليه ما يحتاج اويرنس وساس وماس، لا 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 لا، تعال يابا انت شفت جاي عندك سبونسرد ممول، اوكي، انطيك انا نتائج ريزلتس احسن من هذا. او روح على جوجل مثلا اكتب فرنتشر ستور او طبيب اسنان او شعر whatever، بوم 3 اقل شيء 4 يطلع لك سبونسرد اد. اخذ لك سكرين شوت. او there are tools honestly you can go تقدر تشوف بعدين نقدر نشوفكم، تروح على البزنس اد وتشوف هذا البزنس اذا يسوي they have active ads running or not. هاي نقدر نكفرها بعدين. فهذول الناس already they paying for it. Okay, awesome, thank you. Can I ask you to show us the UI and UX of it? Not UX, just the UI embedded inside GHL if you don't mind.
Yeah.
أريد أسأله أشوف شلون يعني تشوفون.
So since I sold my agency, I don't have my old agency before. So what we did was we went ahead and just created a fake account,
demo. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A demo account. So this is UpHex, but this is high level. So this right here, this is UpHex. All right.
هذا إذا one of the guys, sorry to interrupt you, one of the guys asked like if I can sell Apex by itself. Yes, you can. The guy is here. He himself, and I'm saying in front of him, is way more recommended to sell with GHL. But yes, you can. This is Apex standalone. هذا واحدة Apex. Okay, go ahead.
That's right. Okay, so when you look at it inside of UpHex, your customers click launch new campaign. Then they click, oh, I want to do Facebook ads, or they could do Google. And then they're going to be shown your ads library. Okay. And I have a couple of examples. If let's say we're in med spa, okay, we click body contouring, and then they're going to be introduced to all these ads that are ready to go. They can look at these. Oh, look at this one. I want to do this. Okay. Select this ad. Then they put in the name of their clinic. So whatever the name of their clinic is, they put in their daily budget, say $40 a day. They put in their website and launch campaign. That's it.
This is a joke, I swear. Okay. This is unbelievable. Question. I'm running all the questions that I have. I know a lot of my advanced people, they will ask. Leads, if it's a lead form, is it connected to the CRM and can be automated with workflows?
Yes.
Here you go. Okay. شوفوا شباب ليش يعني ننصحها انه تبيعها مع GHL. تقول له هذا السكرين شاتات اخذت، تروح على الزبون تقول له تعال يا ما تفهم، انت جاي تسوي اعلانات في الفيسبوك، ايش تسوي ويا هذا الليدز؟ اجالك امبريشنز، اجالك فيزيتس، اجالك اذا عندك فيسبوك بيكسل انستولد، اوكي، كل هذول الفيسبوك فيزيتس انت تسويهم ريتارجتنج، الله وكيلك 90% منهم يقولوا لك لا. اوكي، هذول الليد فورمز اجالك، ايش تسوي من عندهم؟ ولا لا يتصلون، لا فولو اب ولا شيء. تقول لهم احنا عندنا اوتوميشن، نسجل صوتك باسمك بيميلك يروح لهم، وانت والاوتوميشنز مالتك. الويبينار وقتنا شويه محدود اليوم. فالليدز الجنريتد من الابهيكس من التمبلت مالتنا ما يروح هيجي. اوكي، اكو فولو اب، اذا حجزوا موعد كونديشن كالندر بوكت يس نوت فولو اب بوم بوم بوم، كل هاي الادفانس شغلات تقدر تسويها بالابهيكس. فلهذا ابهيكس او GHL with Apex is like more steroid. يعني GHL alone without Apex is like you know. ده تفهمني شلون؟ ف you start understanding Arabic. That's good.
It's funny. I noticed your body movements.
I said GHL with Apex is more steroid.
Yes.
GHL, you know, like
that's right.
Because and then or Facebook ads with an Apex agency that runs on GHL is on steroid, because so easy. I can take a screenshot. Hey, pizza, like, you know, furniture. Oh, I see you have a sponsored ad. What are you doing with these leads? 99% of them, oh yeah, my assistant will call them in the end of the day. Done. This is nothing. None of them is not valuable. What we can do, we run workflows. Leads came from this form, has this tag. If they booked an appointment, do this. If they not, follow up. Or we can record that store's voice, like, hey, this is Tim from Furniture Store. I wanted to call you. Thank you for your, like, amazing stuff we can do, right? And you show him an example. I don't know why he would say no to your offer. He's paying either way. And you tell him this will optimize your ads, will make your PPC pay per customer, pay per click will eventually less than whatever you're paying. Smart business owners, they want. And if they are not smart, trust me, you don't want them.
Hey, we don't want them. So Alan had a good question. And I wanted to, so Alan, you sign up and you don't, so when you start up, you don't pick a plan. Okay. The plan that you get is free. So you get the first 14 days free. And then however many customers you get, you'll be assigned to that plan. Now we do have some cool stuff coming up. I can't tell you all the stuff that's coming by the end of the year, but we have some really cool things that are going to be coming in to help you guys make a lot of money. You know, that's what I'm here for. But so Alan, don't worry about it. Just get started with the trial. And as soon as it's time to go into the paid version, it'll put you at the right, depending on how many accounts you have, it'll place you at the right plan.
Makes sense. So شباب لما تسوي sign up ما راح يسألك يا بلان basic whatever $90 $95 ما أعرف الأسعار $300 $500 free trial عندك free. في نهاية الأسبوعين يشوفك أنت مستخدمة على كم لوكيشن 1 2 3 up to 3 70. So if I have it active on 3 accounts is $97.
97.
Yeah. إذا أنت مستخدمة لحد 3
Up to
حسابات
10 to 97.
بعدين اذا الحد 10 هوايه يعني if you charge $30 a customer, you made the money and the stickiness to your SaaS. So they're not going to cancel your SaaS. I think that the pricing model of Apex is too fair or so fair. And then you have $500 unlimited. Then you can play around it. You can give it for free. You can upsell it. Honestly, the unlimited is done. It's yours, basically. It's rent. You can throw parties in that house as many times as you want.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys. So once you sign in, okay, what's over here? So Lead Gen U, this is what we talked about. Okay, that's the program that I'm giving you guys, and that's where you're going to find a lot of the bonuses, just so you guys know. Okay, so let me move this chat aside. So getting started, hold on, I'll go ahead and minimize these so we can show you where to get the webinar stuff, where to get the Genie pitch deck. Okay, where it says grow your agency, this is where you're going to get the Genie pitch deck. This is where you're going to get the webinar. And this is where you're going to see the actual webinar. So all the stuff that we promised you is here. All right. When you go to integrations, and by the way, you're going to get an email telling you how to do this. Okay. It thinks I haven't set it up. I'm sorry, not integrations, preferences. Where it says high level, custom menu link, that's how you put it in high level. But this right here, the follow-up snapshot and then the customer getting snapshots, they're right here. You see this little discrete thing that says show me how? Make sure you watch that. Okay. It's a 10-minute video. It'll show you how to use the workflows and all the stuff that we're giving you. But if you just click on it, you're going to mess it up. So just watch the video and off you go. Cool.
Yeah. تروح على preferences. شباب راح نحط فيديو هذا تحت هذا الفيديو وين حتى إذا تشوفه بالريبلاي. إذا تريد تستخدمه لحاله روح على اللينك ghl.abhex.com/tim. إذا ما تسوي بهذا الرابط ما راح تستلم أي شيء. إذا ما عندك حساب GHL، إذا ما عندك حساب هاي ليفل وتسوي كل هاي الشغلات اللي إذا ما تعرف على هاي ليفل همينة راح نحطه جوا هذا الرابط gohighlevel.com/تيمور صبير. أوكي، تاخذ 30 يوم مجاني قابل للتمديد، تاخذ سوفت ويرات أخرى أنا أملكها منطيها، تاخذ دوراتنا ومجتمعنا وجلساتنا وكل هاي الامور. اوكي، فننصح انه تبيعه سويه، لكن تقدر تبيعه لحاله، هذا قرارك. اوكي، لكن الشروط انك تستخدم الروابط الصحيحه، ونعم احنا افليت معاهم نستلم عمولات، وهاي العمولات نسوي هاي الشغلات الحلوه للمجتمع. اوكي، تقدر تروح مباشر معاهم. Nothing wrong with that. I think I covered all my question. And one of our members, he said, all plans are white labelable. And I want to say yes, but I want you to say yes or
yes. All plans are white label. Yep.
Yeah, كل البلانات مو مهم، حتى من أول يوم بالفري ترايل تقدر تبيعها باسمك. اوكي، فما حدا راح يشوف اسم أبهيكس، كله باسم الايجنسي مالتك. Great, I have asked all my questions. شباب اكو عندكم اي سؤال من مستر سام او على هذا البزنس موديل كله؟ نقدر نسوي ورشات عمل اخرى ونتناقشها في المجتمع، لكن عندكم اي سؤال من مستر سام قبل لا يغادر؟
Is that good? Was that?
Yes, I'm asking them if they have any question for you. I didn't.
Okay, no, that's perfect.
Alan, I think Alan, you answered his question. And on behalf of them, because if you don't know, I announced this in a Loom video in the community, and these questions were all I asked you. They asked me in advance, and they were like, "Is this Apex?" And
do we support video ads? Yes, we do. Yeah, you can run video ads. You can run image ads. Absolutely.
Yeah, تقدر تسوي فيديو، اعلانات فيها فيديو، حال اي كورسول فيديو بيكتشر. كل الobjectives.
Do I still need ad creative AI? So, and then there was another one where it said you have Italian language templates. So everything is written in English, but you can run the ads in any language, right? You would have to, once they go into your template library, and this is what Tim was talking about. If we get enough people to show up or to sign up, he and I will host a workshop where we show you how to do this in person, and we can build those templates together. But honestly, you guys, it's easy. You want a template, bring it in and just translate it, right? Translate it. Ad creative. So UpHex is going to give you ad creative already. But a lot of our text not all of them, but some of our visuals have text on them, and that would be in English. So you'd need to change that. We do not support TikTok ads. I don't know if I will. And here's the reason why. It's a lead generation machine. And for local businesses, local businesses is not real lead gen heavy on TikTok yet. If at some point it became very useful for that, but they're more of an e-commerce platform, right? The ad design will be used many clients. You can put as many ad creatives as you want into UpHex. And then we actually have a really cool optimizing strategy. And if a creative just stops working, you just turn it off and the next one will go in. Okay.
Right. Mr. Alaz asking, I want to ask, can we target the exact target, the targeting feature? Is it the exact targeting?
It's the same targeting as it is on Facebook.
Yeah, you can, by the way, guys, he did the minimum, but you can click and edit more. You can optimize and make more. He didn't go through that. شباب هاي 3 كليك هذا في حال إذا أنت تريد تروح ويا التمبلت. بس إذا تريد تعقد مثلا go more, learn more, or more target, or open more, there is a edit or whatever. تفتح بدون ما تفتح الفيسبوك ads، تفتح والads والtarget more interest، كل هاي تقدر تسويها. لكن suggested is to leave it alone because Facebook's smarter than us. That's my
exactly
rule.
right.
But then the getting results and reporting, like to show our customers, is how can you touch base on that? Mr. Alaz asking, for example, the performance.
What was the question?
Let's say we run an ad, or the customer run an ad in our white label GHL UpHex feature.
Yeah.
How can they see the performance of that campaign?
You can. So we have agency reporting, which is different than customer reporting. You can set up in high level the reporting, but the reporting that we have in UpHex, in fact, so can somebody post the link one more time? Because I'm going to go away from the screen, and anybody who's sitting around, you guys, this is your last chance to get signed up. So ghl.uphex.com. I do want to show you this real quick. And I don't usually show this on webinars, only because when we do a replay, YouTube does not let us show.
I can blur it if you want.
So we'll have to do that. Okay, so if we go to template metrics, for example, click on template metrics. Everything's going slow right now.
No, Salahuddin, Facebook or Google? We have some people joined late due to time differences.
So we give you metrics on everything, and our metrics, actually, UpHex started as a data reporting platform, right? So our reporting is better than almost every platform, right? And what you'll see here, so this is a time frame like 1 year, right? You can choose whatever time frame you want. You can put on filters, but it will tell you what your lead costs are. It'll tell you what your conversion rate is. It'll tell you all these things, right? And you can rank it by any of these metrics. All right. Now this is all, I'll go ahead and do the other one here. So for example, this ad campaign in the last year, we have spent $209,000 on this one ad campaign, and it generates leads at $12 on average. Right now, if I were to click this, it would show all of the locations that used it. We have the same thing for client metrics. I'll click on that. So if I wanted to look at all of my clients in the last, let's say, what is today? I'll say since the beginning of the month. Okay. I'm going to update this. You'll notice it says UpHex campaigns. That's because I can go to UpHex campaigns, or I can even source existing campaigns that are not in UpHex. They're just in Ads Manager. Okay. So here's all my clients. I can see how much money they've spent in the last month. I can see how much they're getting leads for and all the campaigns. And if I click these, so we'll go ahead and let's see, we'll click this one. it shows me all of the campaigns. So they're running 2 campaigns. Now this one is turned off. So they turned it off. This one is running. Okay. I can see all of my campaign performance and everything I want to see in one spot. I don't have to go into Ads Manager. So it's pretty awesome.
This is you as an agency owner.
This is you as an agency owner. This is not the Upex library. This is the agency.
The customers, library. They cannot see this unless we provide them.
That's right.
True. But if we connect that ad account to their sub account in GHL, they will see everything. And I think for a normal
you can set up reporting in high level that will show all the performance.
Yep. So استاذ علاء قبلان هذا الادفانسد ريبورتنج في الابهكس موجود لك وتقدر تبعث لهم اياه في PDF سكرين شوت whatever. لكن اظن 99% من البزنس اونرز يكفي وزايد اذا تعمل لهم ريبورت، تروح على الريبورتنج وكونكت الاد اكاونت مالتهم مع السب اكاونت ويشوفوا منك البرفورمانس. هذا يكفي وزايد. يشوفون الكوست بير ليد كليكس everything في الجي اتش ال مالتك. اوكي، في الوايت ليبل جي اتش ال مالتك. وانا عندي زباين صراحه يحبون هذا الشيء without back and forth contacting how's our campaign doing. It's all there and you can sell this. Our ad, you can run it from here, we can run it for you, you can run it from here, and you can see the reporting all from your platform. You can respond to them, automations here. So I believe Apex will be your steroid to inject your GHL SaaS business. I love it. I don't know, like I want to keep you forever because I personally I follow you. I like your business ethic. I like how you do business. So I hope we can have you back again in the community to teach us not only Apex, teach us business as well. Teach us how to, to do business and interact with other businesses as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. Thank you for your time. And we're going to get back together to see our community's interaction. And I'm going to internally talk about Apex and what we can do with it in the future. Okay.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. And for everybody who showed up, and by the way, I'm looking at how many people stuck around. Thank you so much for sticking around so long. That means a lot to me. What an incredible community. Like, you guys are amazing. And we got so much engagement. And I know there's a language barrier. Man, I'm just over. This is the coolest. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to see what you guys do with this. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We're gonna have the Arabic version of this between me and my Mr. Yusuf. We're gonna translate it. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thanks, guys. Have an awesome week.
You too, sir. Bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.